Okay, guys, welcome to another Monday night Grubb Cast. Somebody throw me a thumbs up out there if they can hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Or send me a comment. Thumbs up. Okay, yeah, you guys out there, you can hear me. A few people watching here, but nobody's giving me a thumbs up yet. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, there you go. Thanks, Jonathan. Uh, we'll go ahead and get started now that Jonathan gave me a thumbs up. We'll go ahead and start out with the rod again. This week, I have a special rod. If you guys have not watched followed me along in social media and stuff, uh, Fish Sticks sent this rod to me. It's the exact same blank. It's the AP 875 medium fast in spinning. I have this same blank in a bait caster that they sent me 2 years ago. They sent me this rod this year for selling the most rods uh, on the team again for 2023. Uh, and it's because of you guys. You guys buy them and, support me, and I appreciate it, guys. But I tell you what, there is this rod you can't, I mean, they'll probably sell it to you, but it's going to cost you. Uh, they do not have very many of these blanks out. The one he sent me 2 years ago, he said there was like 5 people that he's made that blank with. And I know why. It's just unbelievable the way the weight, the sensitivity, and everything. I mean, it's yeah. Uh, so okay, we'll go ahead and do our sponsors here real quick. Starting out with Fish Sticks Rods, Hook and Donkeys. He does all my plastics for me that I give away. Sanborn Builders. If you want something built, deck, addition on your house, a house, some painting, something done, get a hold of Sanborn Builders. Hey, Dean Osborne, the president of the Federation. Um, Ace Hardware down on Richland Avenue. Stop in and get you something. I stopped in the other day and bought me a Blue Rock swimming jig for when I was headed down south. I didn't use it, but I went ahead and bought one there. Uh, Jesse's got all these Blue Rock stuff in there. Ace Hardware, Hobbs Roofing, Pizza Stop here in Albany, and Southern Ohio Sanitation. Uh, I'm going to do another uh, crankbait probably in May, just like I did this year or this month. For if you can show me a receipt, and you'll have to text it to me. I guess we can't show pictures, send pictures on the comments. We learned that last week. So sometime in May, I will say, okay, this is the night. You'll snap a picture of the receipt from Pizza Stop, and whoever's the first one that sends it to me that you bought something from Pizza Stop uh, wins the crankbait. But that'll be in May. But Travis 6 won it last week. Uh, so And John Rose, I don't know if you're on here or if you watch it later. You did not send me your address uh, to get you that package of baits you won last week. So that, or if you want to get with me at some point, I'm sure I'm going to see your dad at the tournament here before long. So, uh, also, I'm rocking the custom hard tackle. Uh, he's him and his wife down in Jackson. They custom paint crankbaits. So, if you want a crankbait custom painted, get a hold of Custom Hard Tackle. He does a wonderful job. So, hey, Steve Calder. Uh, okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Trivia question night's going to be pretty easy. It'll be interesting to see who can get it the fastest. There won't be no Google searching this one. Uh, what I'm going to be giving away is the 4-inch Crawl Dog Black Lime. Pull one out here and let you see it. Lime with black. And it's called the Crawl Dog from Hook and Donkeys. And guys, also too, I appreciate you viewing my stuff, and I'm not big into the sharing and liking and all that, but if you want to do that, and that gets it out there, and gets more people seeing it and more views. So uh, I like because I'm getting tournament results. If you guys out there, if right now I just have the tournament results for uh, the last call Bassmasters. He's been reporting stuff to me, and the Tuesday nights George Carr from Tuesday Nighters at Burr Oak. If anybody else out there wants me to give information out about the tournaments, send me a message on Messenger or on Facebook. Text me if you got my number, whatever, and you guys can uh, send me the information. I'll put it out there if you want it out there. Okay, we'll start out with last Monday night. I'd said I'd got a phone call from a guy that had 4 fish in the boat already. Uh, they ended up not winning it. First place last week was Austin Shields and Brooke with 7.94. This is at Lake Snowden, last call Bassmasters. And they also had Big Bass at 399. Snowden's been putting them out, guys. Second place was Gary Barnhouse and John Butcher, 619. Third was Brian Rose with 5.70. So that was at Lake Snowden last Monday night. They are at Dow Lake tonight, I do believe. It's where they're at tonight. Tuesday nighter at Burr Oak really put them out. Of course, this guy that won the first place, he snuck in from up north. He lives up around that area, but he goes to school up at Adrian College. But Kobe Thompson and Brent, I don't know what Brent's last name was, had 5 fish at Burr Oak last week for 16.24. What a bag. They got him. They found him. Second place was Nick and Richie with 9.27. They had Big Bass for 5.83. And Terry Lunsford and George Carr got third with 8.09. So last Tuesday night, for 3 hours of fishing, they caught him. They caught him good. Then our Wednesday night at Lake Snowden last Wednesday night, once again, the big ones are coming to the bank, guys. The big ones are coming to the bank. Last Wednesday night at Lake Snowden, Dylan and Donnie Phillips hammered them. 4 fish for 10.27. and Dylan had a big bass at 5.62. It was a nice one. It was, yeah, it was a beautiful fish. Second place went to Sean and Ryan Hammond with 6.36. And third place was Wes and Ryland with 5.84. So, once again, for 3 hours of fishing at Snowden, that was a good sack of fish. Them was 4 fish, and some of them was, I think Ryland and them only had 2 or 3 fish. And I think Sean and them had 4. And I know Donnie and Dylan had 4. But that was a good bag of fish. Them guys, they showed out. We couldn't find them. Sunday at Burr Oak, once again, the fish was eating. The water was off collar, but they still was eating. Sunday at Burr Oak, first place was Gary Barnhouse and John Butcher with 9.65. Big Bass was 4.99. They had it. Second place was Ernie Perkins and Tim Wilson with 6.53. Third was Sean and Ryan Hammond with 6.38. They're making some money this week. And fourth place was Chris and Avery with 4.10. So Burr Oak showed out again this last week. And don't forget, guys, this Sunday is the Burr Oak. Actually, it's the Run and Gun Big Bass Bash, but you had to already be in it. They only let 50 boats in it, and they pay 2 big bass every hour. Me and Steve Calder's fishing it this year. It's a fun tournament. Takes a little thinking and little knowledge and stuff to think about what you're doing. But if you want to come up at the end and stuff and check it out, which won't be no weigh in because they weigh in every hour. But yeah, there should be some good fish caught there this weekend. And this Saturday, our bass club is at Buckeye Lake. So club members will be at Buckeye Lake. They're meeting and leaving Piggly Wiggly at 4:30 in the morning. I won't meet you there because I got to go up and pick Colin up. The young boy's going to fish with me. I'll pick him up in Nelsonville. So, but we should have a good tournament up there. I guess it took, I think Steve said 10 pounds something for Cranberries tournament, and then Mega Bass 11 pounds something. Andy Fry, I know he got second in the Mega Bass. I didn't see the weights, but if somebody wants to start sending me Mega Bass stuff, I'll announce their weights. But took a lot of you followed along and stuff. I took a little trip down south. Me and Rusty Kaiser this last week went down to Kerr Lake. We had a wonderful trip. After what I experienced 2 weeks ago or a week ago, this trip was great because we had no breakdowns, anything that went wrong, nothing like that. So we had a really good trip. We done a little. Somebody told me the other day it's not camping, it's glamping. Let's see here. I put here. Here's our setup, and I've got a queen size air mattress. That first tent there's mine. I got a queen size air mattress that goes in it, and heaters, and yeah, we had steaks on the grill at nighttime, and Sunday morning before we left, he fixed pancakes and eggs and bacon on the grill. So we had a really good time. Found a little thing going on. We've struggled on Friday. We fished Friday just fun fishing. I took my boat down and just trying to learn the lake a little bit, but man, it's a big lake. But we struggled, and he finally caught a fish. He got up on the front of the trolling motor and started running my boat. And he said, "I'll show you how old man does this." It probably wasn't 3 casts, and he caught about a 16 incher. And we went just a little further, and finally he's like, "Okay, I showed you how to do it. I'm going to let you have the boat again." And I got up on the front deck, and probably wasn't 2 docks down, I skipped a little swim bait that the guy down south that I was fishing in Alabama showed me. I skipped it up under a dock, and I was like, "I'm snagged." And I'm like, "Wait, no, I'm not snagged. That thing's swimming." I set the hook, brought it up, and instead of having the net out, we was just fun fishing anyhow. I got down and tried to lip it, and Rusty's like, "Wow." Uh, and he got off right at the boat, but he was every bit of 4.5 pounds. Nice fish. I was like, "Boy, that'd be a good one to have tomorrow." Uh, got our pairings. I had a little Zoom meeting. Got our pairings that evening, and I drawed boat number 9, a young boy. He was from Pilot Mountain. It was just across the border in North Carolina. Uh, can't think of his name right offhand, but he had a little 17 and a half foot bass tracker with a 60 horse motor on it. And he knew where fish was at, because we went to the first pocket he went to, and he was throwing a white swim bait, and I was throwing a white swim bait, and he caught a pretty nice one right off the bat, probably 17 inches long on the swim bait. And we started moving. We went to the next pocket, and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna pick shaky head up." And I picked shaky head up, and with this rod that I was just showing you guys earlier, and it actually was a new head that they come out with, the drop zone, uh, drop zone rattle head. And here's what it's just a drop shot with a rattle in it, or not drop shot, a shaky head with a rattle in it, and you can get them at drop zone. Uh, I'm going to get me some ordered for down at Chickamauga, but I ended up I flipped in on a point. The wind was blowing 100 mile an hour. Actually, it's 35 mile an hour gust. I flipped into a point, I pulled up, and I went, "Oh, that's a fish swimming." Set the hook, and it was close to 17 inches. It was a nice fish. Uh, down there in Kerr Lake, they got to be 14 inches to keep. I put it in the boat. We went around the corner, and I flipped into a treetop, a tree laying underwater. My rod just went down, and I went, "Oh, there's a fish." Set the hook, fought him out of the treetop. And now, guys, even my boater is like, "Man, you are flirting with disaster," because I was throwing it on braid with a leader of 6 pound test gamma line. And I was like, I have full confidence in that gamma line, 100% confident in gamma line. Now, after I caught that fish, I retied because I was like, it was rubbing on the tree and stuff. But went over to another, was going down the bank, and he was moving pretty quick because he's throwing that swim bait. And I threw my shaky head in again on another log that's laying down, and same thing. Rod just went down. I set the hook, another keeper. He's like, "Man," and we're following a boat around here, and you're just jerking them out of there. And I'm like, "Well," and I was able to get 4 total, and they weighed 8.10, which we was early boats in, and I weighed them in, and the guy, uh, the tournament director, first off, he's like, "Wow, you're from Ohio," and I'm like, "Yeah, we drove 8 hours down here to fish." And I said, "I'd like to have these up in Ohio at the Buckeye division." He said, "Yeah, if you had them at Tanner's, you'd win it." I was like, "Yeah, you got that right." But I held the lead for just a short, brief minute, but I ended up cashing a check, and it ended up being a nice day. So it turned out, being a good weekend. Had fun. Uh, you know, so it was it was a fun lake. I'm looking forward. I hope I make it to the regional down there in the fall for the Buckeye division. That's where our regional for the BFLs will be. Uh, so uh, and not next week. Let's see, this is 15. Yeah, I got one more Monday night. No, I got two Monday nights. The 29th, I'll be in. Yeah, I'll be doing my podcast from another state on the 29th. So I'm gonna try to maybe take a few things with me and do a little different than what I did the last time I was down that way, and hopefully we don't have so much problems. But it's uh it's been a good week. Hopefully we get enough people again this Wednesday night at Snowden. This Saturday, Sunday, the last call Bassmasters is at Seneca Lake Sunday, and then don't forget the Big Bass Bash at Burr Oak, which that's a pre-entry tournament. So, yeah, uh, check my notes here and see. I think we got everything just about covered except the trivia question. Uh, well, we might as well go ahead and got a few people on here and see if we can do the trivia question. See if you guys can get Google to figure out this one or see who's been doing it. These are the 4-inch crawl dog black lime, and if you win it, just tell me, send me your address. I'll mail it to you, or I can bring it to a tournament if you're going to be at a tournament. Drop it off, whatever. So, okay, the trivia question for tonight is: I'm throwing in a wrench tonight. Uh, what place did I finish at Kerr Lake last weekend? First person that texts in the messages here, what place I finished at Kerr Lake wins the package of baits. We'll see who's been following me and paying attention. Uh, Kevin Wells sent me a text message, so I guess that's going to be John Campbell was there too. But Kevin texted to me on the phone, John, so he beat you by about uh, 30 seconds. So I guess you guys are watching me. So 16th place. Uh, Kevin Wells texted to me on my phone. So Kevin, send me your address and yeah, John. I heard my phone vibrate and I looked down and I was like, Kevin Wells. And then I looked and I went, oh, 16th. Then I looked up to the computer screen and you had posted 16th, John. So, but Kevin, send me your address and I'll put these baits in the mail to you and get them sent to you. And is there anybody else out there that a tournament or something went on that you want to hit on, or any questions or anything like that? If you guys, like I said, keep viewing and if you'll share it out there, and we'll get some. I'm getting a pretty good following, every week. So, uh, and I got a couple other things that I'm working on to do. I want to try to eventually get a couple people on. I just got to do some testing and stuff like that to figure out uh, how it works and stuff. Me and Steve Calder's going to do a thing on fish care and stuff because we're getting into the temperature, the heat of the year and stuff, and how to treat your fish right so we can turn them back alive. That's the most important thing, guys, is turning the fish back alive. You know, we want to especially in Ohio. And that's the thing, guys. You go down to these other states and other lakes, and the fishing is just unbelievable. Uh, for as many fish that you can catch. And okay, Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate you watching me. I'll get that in the mail to you tomorrow. But yeah, guys, when you go to these other states, the fishing's just way, way different. Uh, I wish Ohio could get their stuff to where we could catch, have the fishing that other lakes have. I know that it's a big deal when you ain't got the weather. They don't see ice and stuff down there. Very, if they do, it's short and gone. But but we still could have some good fish here in Ohio if the DNR would do a little more uh, stocking and taking care of them. But and to be honest with you, they are doing good stuff because I have been running the Wednesday nights at Lake Snowden for probably, well, 9 or 10 years, probably maybe longer. But guys, I can remember if you had two fish for 1 pound, you's in the money. Uh, thank you, Casey. If you just tuned in, I was talking about your boy here just a little bit ago. Boy, they caught him at Burr Oak Tuesday night. Uh, but yeah, if they do just a little more work with our fish here in Ohio, and but like I said, Snowden's coming on. Snowden's, you know, last year I noticed that you had to have three one over, and sometimes you wouldn't even get the money with three. And this year it's the same. I mean, that fish that Dylan caught was a beautiful fish and healthy. Wow, was she healthy? Uh, and if we keep doing what we're doing and taking care of them, you know, these lakes will really get good. I can remember back in the late '80s, Snowden was. I mean, you catch three and four 15-inch fish real easy. Uh, Not quite as but it's coming back. Burr Oak, same way. Burr Oak. I mean, I think Dad went up there one time and forgot what weekend he was fishing the tournament. And his five fish he had 31 pounds and wasn't even in the tournament. He just went fun fishing and caught 31 pounds, and that was before 10 o'clock in the morning. Uh, and that's not seen very often on Burr Oak, but that's what happens when you pick the wrong day. I was living in Florida at the time, so but yeah, guys, we're getting at that 30 minutes. I appreciate it, and if you guys, if you come up with something, like I said, tournaments you want me to talk about, club tournaments. If you got club tournaments you want me to, give the weights and stuff on, just send me a text. I'll write them down, and we'll talk about them on here and let people know what lakes are working and what lakes ain't right now, and you know it it's just and get you guys' club and stuff out there. Uh, we got, I think we got 31 members now in our club. So, and also too, guys, wanted to, hey Carol, I wanted to also too. I was talking about clubs and stuff. Guys, just we lost a really, really good guy last week. He was killed in a car wreck, and just keep him and his family, Ronnie Boggs, in your thoughts and prayers. Uh, Ronnie had just joined our club and was going to fish Federation this year, and he fished the Federation when he was in high school, and I guess he was a pretty good stick when he was in high school, and I know he was a good stick in the run and gun. He really, really, he really done. He was really a good fisherman. But if you guys would just keep his uh if he just keep his guys, his family and him in your thoughts and prayers, and you know, it's just you never know, guys. One day we're here, one day we're gone, uh, and that's why I'm just from now on just trying to live my life the way that uh, yeah, just live it as the day goes, one day at a time. Uh, Casey said Ronnie was on the Renegades team. Uh, yeah, yeah, that's right. He was in Perry County. Uh, he was a good dude. I just talked to him uh, probably a month and a half ago. But yeah, he sure will be missed. Yeah, Tim Wilson. We try to have a pretty good group of guys in the club. Yeah, it's it's a lot of fun. And that's another thing. I really enjoy like going to Lake Erie for our club classic. I enjoy the nights of sitting around and harassing each other and doing stuff like that of an evening more just as much as I do on the water. You know, we can have fun, joke around, aggravate each other, and then when we hit the water, we start having put our heads down and go at it. Uh, John Campbell, yeah, we got to get him to start catching some fish. Or wait a minute, yeah, he got in the money last club tournament. But Buckeye Lake guys, I like Buckeye. I'm hoping I can catch him this weekend, and I'm hoping I can get Colin. He's a young angler. I think he just turned 16 or 15 and a half. He's going to go with me, so I hope I can get him on some fish and show him what Buckeye can do. They're catching him up there right now, so uh, I'm not even going to get started on that, Tim. Tim said he's got to get his act together and quit looking at his active two forward facing. Uh, I used it a little bit down at Kerr, but not a lot. Uh, I Main thing I do with like when I get down to them lakes and stuff is I'll look under the docks to see if there's fish. Normally you'll say, "Oh, there's fish," but they're about 10 or 15 foot under the dock, and you're trying to figure out how to skip it back in there to them. But Buckeye, I don't think I'll be looking at my active target too much at Buckeye. All you need's a fishing pole, and usually about the second or third eyelet down, and you'll hit bottom. Uh, but we should be hitting it right. We got a little bit of cold front coming in, but we should be hitting it right. We should have pretty good weigh in. Uh, and guys, too, the club members, if you're not meeting us at Piggly Wiggly in the Plains, we are going out of Leeds Island. That's where our permit's at for Leeds Island. So not North Shore. We'll be going out of Leeds and start fishing at 7 o'clock. So, uh, okay, guys. Well, I've been on here long enough rattling. So, uh, I will see the club guys Saturday and run and gun guys Sunday. Looking forward to it. And guys, yeah, just get out on the water and uh, set the hook on them and get them in the boat. It's always fun to put them in the boat. It's not fun to watch them swim away when you get them to the boat. I wish I'd had that video Friday. He just laid there when he come unhooked, but when I touched him, he took off. But okay, guys, I'll see you next Monday night. Thanks for watching.